Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing the Turbosmart blow-off valve onto the VB WRX. This is for the 2022 plus model year, and this is the dual port FA24. So I'm super excited to put this in. As you turn up the boost, you don't want the stock blow-off valve leaking, so it's important to do a nicer blow-off valve. Plus this one is vent to atmosphere, so it should give us some cool like whoosh, kind of like my my Nissan GTR. I'll put some clips up of the vent to atmosphere blow-off valve on that. It sounds awesome. We just finished installing the pair-in charge piping. If you guys would like to watch that video, I'll put a thumbnail on the top right of the screen. And shout out to Quick Jacks. These things are freaking awesome to have out in the garage. Makes it so much easier to get the car up in the air, safely work underneath it, and get a high lift so you have space to work. I'll put a link in the description down below for that as well. Let's go ahead and open this up and get a quick peek at it. I'm sure that's what you guys want to see. You got instructions online, it looks like. Comes with a Turbosmart sticker and some mounting hardware. And this plugs right into the factory. So that's it, plugs right into the factory ECU. Comes with a O-ring seal. Looks like that goes right here. Before you guys ever get under your car when it's on a lift, take your time to make sure that it's solid and that it's not going to go anywhere. You don't want the thing falling on you. So we got some 12 mil bolts we got to take off, and then a bunch of plastic clips. We got to get this undercover off so we can get up to where the blow-off valve is. I've got my little headlamp on. If you guys don't have one of these, I'll put a link in the description down below. But it just helps see. It helps you see when you're in these little tight spots, so you don't have to. I've got like a main soft light over there, but that way I don't have to like move the light everywhere I go, because you got tons of little clips everywhere that you got to take off. So the hardest one to get to is the one up in the wheel well here. I don't know if you guys can see that up there, but once you get this last one off on each side, this will be ready to come out. Hey guys, coming underneath here, this is the front bumper, and then right next to the turbo you got the exhaust manifold. I went ahead and took the intake snorkel off to the turbo. So this is the blow-off valve. Can't really see it, but it's basically right behind this hose, the blow-off valve. So I got three holes, or three Allen heads. I'm going to take those off and I'll show you what it looks like when it's off. And from the underneath the front dust shield, you can get access to the front one. You get one there, and then the other one's up top, which you can kind of see it. So I went ahead and removed this little pipe that comes off of the front of the turbo, and now that will allow me enough space to slip the blow-off valve out. I need to undo the harness still. There we go. So here's the two of them, just comparing them. This one's definitely a lot heavier. And it looks like a way bigger valve on the inside. Let's go put it in. Let's not forget our gasket. Put the car back together, take it for a drive. Vent to atmosphere blow-off port right there for the dual port. Pretty cool. One out, I was using a Torx T30, and then to put the Turbosmart one in, it's just a 5mm normal hex socket. It comes with the hardware. I will put the links in the description down below if you guys don't have these tools, so you can pick them up. What I'm having is, in order to put this thing back on, you need the rubber O-ring. Well, the damn thing doesn't want to stay in place. It keeps falling off, so as I go to try to slip this thing up in there, it falls off like that, and I can't install it. The only thing I'm concerned about is that O-ring staying in position while I'm trying to get this thing up in here. Hopefully it doesn't pop out. Bumper, there's like this skid plate here. If you look from the front, you can kind of get back in there. Okay guys, so we're just gonna tighten this down. We're back in that little crack that I showed you underneath, hitting it from the front. That's kind of the best angle to work. All right, so it's a little tight in here, but when you guys thread the 5mm Allen bolts that come with the Turbosmart blow-off valve, make sure you start to thread them all with the blow-off valve pretty much loose. If you tighten one down, you won't be able to get the other ones in, and you'll start to cross-thread them. They don't fit quite as good as the OEM ones. The OEM ones, I don't know, like the thread pitch is just slightly cleaner or something, or better tolerances than the aftermarket ones. Okay, so I ended up having to use basically just a 5mm Allen wrench because the socket itself, the head, is too thick and it doesn't have enough space to get in there, or the shaft can just slide right in. That's what she said. I'm using my cell phone to get in here because there's no way I can get a full frame camera in that area. There's just no space. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the last one on the top up here. We'll be good to go. Oh, I'm glad you didn't fall down. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm using my extension to tighten it down with my wrench. Right there, so we are in, guys. Super tight, that's what it looks like. Okay, so I've got the harness for the electronic wastegate as well as the blow-off valve. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll just slip those back into position here. Get that back on. We can put our intake, a snorkel back on. Guys, we are all done down here. Yay. Thanks for your help, Julia, right? Thanks for helping Daddy. She was handing me all the tools over here while I was working underneath the car. Everything's buttoned back up the way it was before we started, so just put it all back together in reverse order. Let's lower it down and test out the sound. Guys, let's test the Turbosmart dual port blow-off valve here on the VB WRX. Yeah, it sounds good. A little bit extra spice. That's exactly what the car needed, is just something to make it seem a little bit more fun and feel a little bit more fun. Now, I've had this blow-off valve on the car for about 4 days, and it does say in the spec sheet from Turbosmart that it will help to stop boost leaks at higher boost pressure. It also helps to dump the boost faster and more efficiently, so that keeps the turbine and the compressor wheel spinning at higher RPMs. That way when you get back into throttle, you can get faster boost between gears, which I would definitely agree. I think that that is a true statement. So guys, we're driving up here to the Carbon River Ranger Station, which is near the Mount Rainier National Forest. It's about a 40-minute drive away from my house. I wanted to come up here and get some cinematic shots, and then we'll get some shots and then hit the road. Subaru does good in the snow. I'll throw this up on the Google Maps so you guys can see where this ranger station's at if you want to check it out. Well guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the test drive and the review of the blow-off valve from Turbosmart. And leave me some comments down below, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.